Oh, hello.
It's not recording.
It is.
It's not.
If this is recording, I'm hoping it's recording actually, because you can put this in the start of it. Welcome to the InCircles podcast. Obviously, we've got Charlie here because she's a staple.
Obviously.
We do the show together.
Staple of your diet,
And
baby.
you've got me, Mowgli Myers. So today we are exploring the new year. New starts, new beginnings, and we set each other some tasks, some goals. We're going to explore different things that can either be health beneficial, it could be, mind beneficial, it could be physical beneficial, just something that we're going to try things out and see how it goes. So what did I give you?
It's to help with breathing, because I want to exercise more and I want to get my breathing regulated and I want to get healthy this year. And it is a kind of tape thing that you put over your mouth when you sleep to make sure that you're a nose breather and not a mouth breather. I tried it, you gave it to me, so you put it over your lips, and it was really weird at first. I did it for 4 nights and I couldn't do any more.
Was it did you feel claustrophobic?
Yeah, at first when I did it, I felt claustrophobic, and it's weird because I'm just I don't think I'm a heavy mouth breather, but I'm a bit weighty. Sometimes you can be a bit mouthy. So it just took a bit of time to get used to, but actually it really helped, and it helped me to kind of sleep and regulate my breathing. But after 4 days, I couldn't. Oh, it's just annoying me. So
basically, I went on a men's retreat, and it was an exercise that we were given so that we can start breathing through our nose, because to breathe through your nose gets you into sympathetic system, so it means you're calmer, you're much more relaxed, and your body's actually receiving a lot more oxygen than it would be if it goes through your mouth. Through your mouth, you actually get a lot more illnesses due to the fact that you don't have a lot of hairs in the back of your throat that actually grab the dirt particles and the nasty bits and bobs in the world that's in the air that we don't see. You don't actually get to protect yourself or the inner body from that. So the reason we breathe through the nose is because we do have that in the nostrils. We have the hair, we have those things there to protect you from what's coming in from the outside world.
It's something that I'm consciously thinking about. So I started a challenge in January, along with a lot of other things, to do 5,000 steps a day. And consciously, I was doing a bit of research, and that breathing through your nose when you're exercising is much better for you. So I feel like I'm more conscious of it. It made me more conscious of actually breathing through my nose rather than my mouth. So it did help. It was just weird having a plastic thing over your mouth, and that made me feel restricted.
Because I've done it before, I do it quite a lot. And the more I can do, the better. And for me, I just wake up with that on my mouth and I think, why did I bother? But there's been times where I've woke up and I thought, wow, my mouth is not dry. So congratulations to me on that one. So, and what was your challenge for me?
My challenge for you was a little bit different, and it was to see how long you could go without watching porn.
Dun dun dun. Pornography.
There you go.
Porn in itself, I'm learning that it's actually quite a toxic thing on our community, and it's very toxic for men as much as it is for women. The way that it's perceived, how women like to have sex. This this very dramatic, over orgasmed kind of thing, just to make the man's ego feel very huge. It seems to be that way for heterosexual porn. For gay porn, it just seems to be all about father and son, which is a bit creepy.
Ooh,
I mean, what is that all about? So did I stop watching porn?
How long did you last?
Do you know what? Do you know what? I did slow down on watching the porn.
Yeah, but no, how long did you go without watching porn?
I think I went about a week and a half.
That's good.
No, I did.
That's really good.
I did give it a go. No, I did give it a go. I will say I may have been preoccupied actually having sex.
Did you enjoy sex more? Not watching as much porn, not watching porn for that week? Or did you feel like you did, or was there no?
I'll be really honest and very transparent. So for me, there's been moments where I've had sex and I've wanted to watch porn after. But yeah, no, it was. Did it make a difference? It made a difference to me energetically.
Okay.
So like I have more energy to kind of like get on with life and do things. And also it's about the brain. It's like sometimes it's a bit like, I'm a bit anxious, or I'm a bit this, I want to go and watch some porn.
Oh, do you use it as like a self-soother then?
Yeah, it's definitely a self-soother for me.
Did you use anything else? Because is that your go-to most of the time then?
That's like my, oh no, I'm in a panic, let's have a wank.
What did you have any panic moments when you weren't watching porn, and what did you go to? Did you just have sex?
I don't think I had too many panic moments.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a situational then.
I think I've been pretty chill. I mean, we can explore that at some other point, but I really want to get our guest on. So today we have the honour of having Siobian Ellis in the studio with us. Welcome, Siobian.
Hi.
How you doing?
Do you know what? You guys have been sat there chatting and I've been wanting to go.
Yes, are you right?
Love it. Absolutely love it. Porn, sex, healing. Open your mouth while you sleep, you know.
So what were your thoughts on what you've heard in the studio so far?
I think masturbation it's such a taboo subject still, isn't it? But I suppose even me saying that, we do have our releases and females do masturbate, but it's not. It's spoke about as a way it is for men.
What do we use sex for though? What do women use sex for? Is it an ego thing? Is it to be loved? Is it to be liked? Is it to be relieved?
It depends who you're having sex with. Yeah. You know, if you're hetero woman and you're having sex with men, it's just to boost their egos. But if you're having sex with the same sex, if I'm having sex with a woman, it's to enjoy it. It's about pleasure. But with a man, it's completely different.
Wow.
Completely different. Yeah, 100%. I don't have sex with a man going, I'm going to enjoy this.
No!
Is there something like a little bit animalistic about that? You know, with like the traditional way of sex making or love making is like the women and the man, and then the man is like the testosterone, the like raw force, and then the women's like vulnerable and gentle.
It's not, and I think for men it's their sexual pleasure is involved in that, but for women it's not. So it's all about role play. It's not about kind of satisfying the woman, and you're there to act, and it gets really friggin' annoying.
Women like story porn. They like context.
Yes, of course.
It's got to have context.
Intimacy is amazing.
It's not just a wham bam.
Yeah.
Do you know, I have that problem with men anyway, like myself as a gay man. It's a bit like,
really?
Yeah. I had this guy, he's absolutely stunning, beautiful man.
Yeah.
He wants to come over and have a good time. But I'm just saying to him, listen, if you're just going to lie there, bend over and expect me just to go wham bam, thank you ma'am.
Right, okay.
It ain't gonna happen with me. I want to get a kiss, I want to have a cuddle, I want to have a little, foreplay, some massage, some sensualness, some connection.
That's like the patriarchal system, is it, and how men have been seen to kind of act out sex, because that you just saying that, you just don't. I know men like intimacy, but you don't see it in that way.
Saying that though, I've had a relationship where they've wanted the intimacy and I really haven't.
Really?
Yeah, they've wanted the kissing and the cuddling, and I'm like,
okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Should we have a moment where we just kind of like explain where we're at ourselves, just so that our audience have a little bit of an idea of like the perspectives and the context? So, Shah, do you want to go first?
I think as younger, I was very like Samantha Jones-esque. That was my kind of libertarian phase of being on the sexual frontier. Didn't really give a shit. Then I had a kid, then I have relationships, and then I've literally become like another virgin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's been like a year. It's been a year since.
A year?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, it's not.
It has.
It's definitely not been a year.
Oh my god!
Can I just say, it's not been that long since you've had sex,
right?
But it's been a very long time since you've had any date or an actual intimate relationship.
Yeah, but I quite like that's fine by me.
So, how long has it actually been since you last dated someone?
A long time. Yeah, probably about.
We're talking about 10 years?
No, it's not 10 years. No, because I've had relationships.
Yeah, you've definitely had relationships.
Yeah, I've had relationships. So saying that, it's not that far off.
You've been seeing people though.
I don't know who.
No, it's been like, I'd say about 5-6 years.
Okay. And Siobian, what's your situation?
Oh God, so I grew up heterosexual because that's what you do, and I seen men in a light where they were, I'm gonna use the word abusers, and they take advantage. So my wall was up very high. I had a kid very young. And then I got to my late 20s and I was like, can I swear?
Yeah.
Fuck. I was like, literally like, fuck. Like, I'm sexually oppressed. Never had an orgasm by a male, with a male. And you're just tired of conforming and performing. And I remember saying to my mate the other week, we went out, it was New Year's Eve actually, and I said to her that, you know, I'm tired of dating men and fucking faking it.
Can I ask you though, why did you lie?
I'm not going to sit here and say it's a man's world because I'm a massive feminist, but it's a man's world. It's dominance, and you lie because you don't want to hurt their egos. So at the minute I'm exploring dating females. I'm exploring my own identity, and it comes into the whole New Year thing. I'm exploring who I am and where I am in my life and my stance on my identity and my sexuality, and kind of where I want to go with that, without kind of doing what I feel like the world makes me think I should do.
Love that.
Yeah.
Respect to that.
Absolutely.
Yay! I can't wait to hear more of the news by the women. I'm very excited.
What about you?
What do I mean? So, for me, I'm a fan. I enjoy dating.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I do enjoy meeting new people. I think it's because I enjoy meeting new people generally anyway, full stop. But I'm ridiculously romantic in the sense of, like, I just love romance.
You do.
I definitely want someone, but my problem is, you know, when you've been single for so long, you're like used to the variety. So for me, like, I'm like, I want the commitment, I want that structure, I want to start building a family, but what irritates me the most is fancying or finding other people attractive. I'd rather not.
Is that because you've been single for so long and the idea of settling down with just one person for the rest of your life scares you?
Do you know what? I think it's not that it scares me. It's actually quite a dreamy kind of romantic vision. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's actually quite an exciting thing. But the reality of the animalistic part of me as a man, the feelings that I have to go through when I have to walk past someone that I find attractive, or like, it like sometimes overwhelms you and you're like, woo, you're really attractive. And then it's like, you know, when you're with, like, if you like someone and you're like, you know, you've got those feelings for someone and you're like, you automatically feel bad. It's like, oh no, I don't want to deal with that. So I'm in this weird space of like, I'm really looking for that like commitment, that longevity, that like connection, that soul connection. I just tried to date someone recently and I actually adore them to pieces, but obviously I had to realise it didn't work and wasn't working, so I had to step away from it. So that's like still in my body, but ultimately, like, when it comes to the romance kind of stuff, I'm looking for that person that's gonna like steal me away.
Yes. For me, I think it's, I haven't met anyone, because I was a massive serial dater. Like, there's a massive part of my life where I just serial dated. I had not met a guy who's good enough for me. Okay. And that sounds very egotistical.
No, not at all.
But I honestly have not met a man or a woman who is good enough to take a step into my life and me to keep them there.
I don't think that's egotistical at all.
I don't think it's egotistical. Sensible. I think it's knowing what you want.
And your worth.
And your worth.
Knowing your worth. You know, if you don't want to be sliding down the Richter scale, and if you know who you are as a person, and you know your worth and you know your value, then you're looking for, what do they say at the moment? It's very buzzword at the moment, but a high value man.
A high value woman.
You have to kind of meet it somewhere on that scale, because you want to be able to inspire your partner, but you want to be inspiring to that partner as well. So it's having an equal balance, and that's definitely what I'm looking for. That's why I'm quite happy to wait until that kind of hits me, because I know I'll know.
When you're really content in yourself, and I know we've all got our own journey, especially with the new year coming in and stuff. When you're content in yourself and your being and your morals and your values, it makes you this kind of confident being. You're like, I like you, you're attractive, but that's it. There's nothing, you're not giving me anything else. But that's, I think, so healthy, not to want to depend on someone else to complete you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's so healthy.
But you both had kids at 16, right?
Oh, do you know what that is?
I think both of you share this. Yeah.
I've done my thing.
With that in mind, new year, new start. What goals did we set ourselves? Did we even set ourselves goals? How was it for you? Let's go with you, Shah.
Oh, okay. So I did, but internally, my whole body's saying this is the end of the year for me. It's January. It's a shit month. It's a long month. Got to wait for payday. I'm finishing qualifications at the moment. I'm finishing doing up my house at the moment. All these ending kind of things. It's been a long month. So I have done a few things which have been work inspired, like I've been doing 5,000 steps a minimum to get more fit and healthy, which is working and I absolutely love it. But I would have done that any time of year if I had backing behind me. There's a whole group of us at work that are doing it and everybody's smashing it and it's more inspiring, so it's great. However, I don't believe that this is a new year yet. For me, this is still winter. It's still ending. So I've had lots of challenges in January that have been really trying and really hard. So I'm kind of using that and utilising it. And then to me, I'm going to be using spring as a springboard. So that's going to be my new year.
Nice. Actually, more of what you're saying is going to come through with what I'm going to say. So I'm going to move over to Siobhan.
This year's challenges have been, it's all about my sexual identity. It's all about kind of becoming, going into myself and kind of just solidifying that. So I've set myself a challenge to date a female. I've been with females, but I haven't actually dated someone. So I'm on that pathway, and I'm talking to girls and I'm flirting with girls. I've actually got a date set up.
Ooh.
Actually on next week, actually.
You're venturing into this world, so you are on dating apps and things like that, right? And you've been on dating apps for a long time. And
okay, Charlie.
All right. You know the drill.
I do.
So how did you just change your profile on these dating apps?
To be completely honest, I've changed it. So for years, to be fair, for the past 5 years, I've said to my friends, when I'm dating a guy, it's not going right, I'm changing it to male and female. And I've always gone between both, but for some reason, for years, no girls would match me. I don't know what it was. I'm not sure it was my pictures or whatever. So I've always been gone between the both of them. And then last year, I'd done it as well last year, but I didn't get onto the chance of actually talking to someone properly and kind of arranging a date. So this time round, it's kind of it's all my apps. I'm on Bumble, Hinge, and Tinder. All of them changed to male and female. I'm also on an actual a gay app as well.
Okay, yeah.
And it's just put myself out there. And for what's so weird is because I've not dated same sex, you feel like there's different protocols, but they're seriously
you should know these protocols.
They're seriously not. It's just I like a girl. I like you. We like each other. It's the same chat. She's in Bristol, so I'm going down for 2 days, and we're going to meet up.
Is it your first one?
First dating experience with a female, yeah.
It's exciting.
It is exciting. Mowgli. Challenges, New Year's resolution.
New Year's resolution, new challenges, New Year. So I just want to go straight into what I was thinking about when Charlie was speaking, is the fact that you felt like it was still winter. I was doing some research, and obviously we have
I love
a bit of research. But no, we have equinoxes.
Okay.
So equinoxes are kind of the interjection to the new season. So the spring equinox would be the beginning of the astrological year, which would be Aries. Aries is the beginning of the astrological year, right? Which starts in March. So spring essentially is the beginning of that circle again, right? Winter is the ending of the circle because everything dies, everything gets reborn, right? So actually the new year should really start in March, right?
Yeah.
I find it really interesting that something governmental or something created through religion, which I personally feel like religion was created to kind of, I don't want to say control. Okay, cool. Okay, to control the people.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's morals and stories that are absolutely stunning in many different religions. There's a lot of beauty in religions.
There is.
But ultimately, religion came around to control people.
Religion's been there we've had staples of society for so long. a lot of things were hijacked though. A lot of the Christmas, that's a pagan if you look at it, the Yule log about burning a tree, a lot of them are actually quite pagan. But I don't care what religion you are, but there is basic moral fundamentals that we can come together in societal values without a religion having to govern that.
I mean, there's religions that if you don't agree with everything that's going on, they just completely shun you.
There's people that I've spoken to in the last maybe 4 or 5 months, and they use their religion to kind of make an excuse for them excluding communities. And I'm just like, you're an adult. Sorry.
It's coming up to the end of the top of the hour. I feel like we've just scratched surfaces of a lot.
Oh my God, I know. I could do this all day, every day.
Thank you so much, Siobhan, for coming on the show.
Absolutely loved it. Having a chat with you guys is just like, who doesn't love it? Who doesn't love it?
Well, we will see. As the podcast continues. Thank you so much, everybody. We will see you on the next one. Lots of love. Mwah.